All right, good afternoon. Today is April 5th, 2022, and we had a downtrend today. Big time downtrend. I mean, it was pretty clear the bias was down with this sharp move down in the overnight. Or no, actually, that's after the open. I didn't really find these highs and lows. Um, Actually, yes, I did. I drew it off this midline, which got some bounces right here, and then a bounce right here, and a bounce right there. So I think that was pretty accurate for the lows, but it doesn't really matter because we blew through those. Just a downtrend day. So let's take a look at these trades. And if you are here in the morning, I think this is second entry short. Looks like the second entry actually triggers right here. So maybe I didn't see that earlier because I wasn't watching. That might, it's overlapping, so you might feel a little timid going short right there but that looks like a trap. It looks like people took the failed second entry long and then got trapped, and we had this short bar, and we haven't. This looks like one move down, so we haven't made a new low. You can see when we do make a new low, it rockets on out of there. You get a failed second entry short up here, but that's just too far from the EMA for my liking. We just go sideways a little bit and then make another attempt to go higher. I don't see anything I like in here. This is all too congestive. You get a higher low right here. So let's say you're, I don't know, it's actually a second entry. So I am going to mark this as green. It just, with all this congestion, I think you're being a little aggressive if you're going long there. But now the more I'm looking at it, that looks like a good setup, and you're probably thinking, if you're going long, you're thinking we're going to test the overnight highs. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm thinking that might be a blue. This looks more of a double top, first entry, second entry. I got to admit, I kind of like that. I like that. Especially, it doesn't end up too far from the EMA, 77. And it's like a point away from the EMA. But I like that. And you can see whatever happens shortly after the open, the sellers just come on in. I didn't check any news items. There's no way to enter that. And this is all too far from the EMA. And then we form this pink congestion. And you get, looks like a double test of this low. And we're just chopping back and forth. That's a first entry. That's a first entry, so we can't take these. And then you get a failed second entry short. And this just sets up so well. Even though it looks like we are, or we could be in a downtrend, this looks like a reversal pattern with room to these highs to scalp out. So that ends up being a good move. And then we quickly start a channel down again. And it looked like it was just be a correction and we might get another leg up. But prices continued to sell off. So I kind of looked at this as like a double bottom or double top or triple top or whatever because it's so congestive up here. And then a first entry, failed second entry long. It doesn't look like a true failed second entry, but this just looks like a double top and first entry, second entry. So I like that. I don't really think you can take any of these. No setups here. We get a break of that one and a move down. This is probably just two legs down. And we come here and you get a first failed second entry long. Good setup. Looks like it's testing this high again. And then you get a lower high. This one, I don't really, I don't remember why I got that. This one, I mean, it's a breakout pullback. It's too aggressive. I don't think you should be taking that. So I don't think I should really have that marked. just like a breakout pullback and a lower high off of this failure. But if you're patient, which is usually the case, first entry, second entry short right there, nice bearish signal bar. We've been trending down, man, like crazy. So I think you can take that. We come down here, we bounce correct back to the EMA, and you can see they're just trapping people. Unfortunately, I don't think you can go short here. It's first entry, failed second entry that fails. But I don't think, look at, you're right in that leg of correction. So then we form this trend channel. I think this is accurate. And this kind of looks like a double bottom and one leg back, two legs back. It looks like a pretty good reversal pattern to me. But look, it gets all those people and scares the heck out of people before it goes higher. So don't counter trend trade. You can see this big move down. I don't think there's any way to catch that, unfortunately. And then we start, we break this channel, form a range, and you get a first entry, second entry with a lower high. You might take that. And if you don't take this one, you got a good signal bar right here. You might take that. And then you get a first failed second entry. At that point, I was looking at it as more of a, it looked better on this chart. Let's take a look right there. That looks like a really good setup. So it is, it's worth having another chart open. This is the 1700 tick chart. So I also have that other aggressive one marked over here. So you get a breakout pullback. Doesn't set up on the 2000 tick chart, but it sets up well right here. But the breakout pullback is the price action trading system. It's most unreliable entry mentioned in the manual. So, and we just make a nice move down. First entry, second entry. This bar doesn't set up well on 2000 tick chart, but this bar does. Yeah. And like a situation like this, you might be able to get a better entry price on this. Like, yeah, which you do. The first entry, second entry sets up very well right there. Very well. Much more room back to the lows as opposed to this. And that takes us into 1230. So that's what I saw for today. I hope everyone had a great day. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow.